Good morning. It's Stacy from PeonyLaneDesign.com. Have you subscribed to this channel? I don't know where you are. I don't know. If not, click the little button. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, comment down below, like this video, and click the bell icon to be notified. If you're still here after that rousing introduction, oh Lord. 1 second. One second. I'll be better in a minute. I have an appointment today at 1. One of the fun things about ADHD is that when I have an appointment in the middle of my day, I feel like I can't do anything. It's like, I gotta be ready to go to my appointment. I even had a nightmare about forgetting my appointment. About going somewhere and doing something and realizing it was past 1 o'clock and like having a complete meltdown. And then I had a meltdown this morning because January, my husband is so sweet. He just hugs me and he goes, honey, you knew going into January was going to be bad. It doesn't make it better to know that. It just doesn't. And I'm like, And then I tried to explain to him how odd it feels because, so next week is Minnesota Newspaper Association Awards where, you know, you're being recognized by your peers and you're like, you did a thing, right? And it's this happy thing. And then at the same time, you feel like a complete failure because your bank balance is like nothing. I just, and sometimes he's smart and it scares me because he goes, the light is shining on this part of your career right now. And I was like, how did he get smart? Like, is he channeling someone from the other side? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. On an average day, he doesn't say stuff like that, right? So it's like I fall down and he stands up, and he falls down and I stand up, and somehow we've made it 30 years this year. I'm gonna cry again. That just made me want to tear up. I'm like, oh my God, it's 30 years. You guys, 30 years. I don't know why I'm crying. I don't know why I'm crying. But anyway, I got my list. This will help me get through the feeling that I can't do anything until the appointment today at 1. Let me clear my tears first. Hang on 1 second. Y'all, I'm a wreck. Seriously, it's the oddest feeling to, on one hand, be getting ready for this event because that's what I'm going. I wanted to get a haircut because I need a haircut. I can't wear a hat to the event. And, you know, you're preparing for this where they're, you know, you're being recognized by your peers, and then you feel like an utter failure at the same time. It is so bizarre because you're like, yay, yes, I'm very excited. And at the same time, wow, I'm a complete waste of space. No, I really do feel that way some days, but I really don't mean it when I say that. I mean, I'm hyper aware, you know, years of counseling. I'm aware of what I'm in a cycle right now. I'm in a spiral right now. And it's just January. There's no other word for it. It's January. And every salesperson goes through it. And every, you know, we all, if you're in retail, kind of have to plan for the doldrums of January. But this particular January has been unkind to me. Good news is our cold snap in Minnesota has passed, and it's going to be almost 50 degrees when I have to go to that event. So I'm not going to freeze. Bright side. I'm not going to be cold. So I went through my list, and the only project that I feel I'm able to accomplish today, I have a lot I need to do. First of all, this chair needs to get done. That's a tomorrow project because I have more time tomorrow. But I've been meaning to frame some book pages to put in the booth as art. So let me show you what I got. So this past summer at a garage sale, I found 3 brand new, still in their package, frames. $5 for all 3 of them. They were still in the box. I loved this garage. There was a bunch of stuff that was still in the box. At a different sale, 50 cents, I got this book. It has pretty pictures in it. I'm hoping there's some that I can frame up and, you know, there we go. Sea creatures. Perfect. I know I'm going to get hate for this because I am cutting up a book. However, oh, look how pretty that one is. Look at, that's pretty. The specific reason I bought this book was to cut it up. For 50 cents, I bought this to cut it up. It kind of smells. Not gonna lie, whoever had this, it wasn't stored right. So, I mean, I don't want to sell it because it kind of tinks. But I think the sea, oh, look at the birds. Oh, we got to find the right pictures and then we're going to frame them up. Oh, do we want birds or sea creatures? There's a lot of birds. Like if you're out and you find like a coffee table book that has art in it and you pick it up for $1, don't feel bad about cutting it up. There are like rooms and rooms of books out there that people aren't doing anything with. So I know I'm going to get hate. I know I'm going to get hate. Look at this. It's so pretty. Like I could find a frame for that too. There's a lot of pictures in here that are, you know, they're beautiful. They are art. And I could put this on my coffee table and let it sit there, but ain't nobody gonna look at it. I could put it in my booth, but nobody's gonna buy it. I love this one. I'm loving that one. Let's frame that one. We're gonna make a triptych today with the 3 frames that I have, but that doesn't mean we're not gonna come back to this book. I have a lot of frames. And it's time to put them to good use. It's time to make art and hang them on the wall. So that's what I'm going to do. Exacto knife. I'm going to cut this out of here on my lap because I'm stupid. Got our jellyfish. That's our starting picture. Don't wrinkle it, Stacy. Don't wrinkle it. Do the anemone too, because that was my other instinct, was this anemone. Now, these frames are matted. So if I had good handwriting, I could write anemone underneath it or jellyfish, but I don't. So I won't, because I'll just wreck it. I'll try. If I tried it, I will wreck it. And you got to know your strengths. One of these, what do we think? Green or red? I have to decide, don't I? I can't hear you guys. Gonna go with the red. I don't always get lucky enough to find 3 identical frames that are brand new, still in their packaging, but when you get lucky, you take it. So this is what we're going with. Whatever this is. A sea star. What a creative name. An anemone. And a jellyfish. So that's what we're going to use. And that's going to be our triptych. So this is what we're looking at. Now I'm going to decide where on here I want it to be. And I think that's going to do it. I'm going to grab a pen here. My lovely red Sharpie marker. I'm going to hold this down. And of course I got it on the front of the mat because I'm me. I'm just going to mark this as clearly as we can. Can I see that on that black? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Okay. Yep, that's going to work. And then I've got my super duper sharp scissors that my husband gave me. My hubby gave me brand new scissors because he loves me. I don't know why. That was bugging me. That's going to be it. All right, let's get the other ones cut. All right, let's frame them up. Oh, it's pretty. Yeah, I like it, except the dirt on the mat. Yeah, the dirt that's on the mat's not my favorite, but this is pretty. Let's get that cleaned out there, Stacy. Good Lord. That's better. Now it's clean. Now I'm happy. So let's do the other shoe. And it won't be bad. I mean, $5.50. It's not high quality art by any means, but it's pretty. And I think it's a good low cost option for whoever buys it. I'm not going to put a huge price tag on it. I'll probably do $15 for all three. And I'm going to triple my money. So I'll be happy. I'll be happy and they'll be happy. They'll have some pretty art and it'll be nice. Number 2. And number 3. Have the same sort of yellow tones to it. And we've created a low-cost art. So I know I'm doing this for resale, and I'll tell you that I feel like it's important to have low-cost options in my booth and, you know, and have the high-cost, higher dollar value pieces because, you know, it's no fun when you're broke and you got your first apartment and you're trying to find something for the wall and you fall in love with something and it's too expensive and you can't find anything. I'm going to be able to sell them this and keep the price reasonable because I got all the pieces and parts reasonable. However, if you're watching this, because I'm going to put the title as like creating a low-cost triptych for your walls, you can do the same thing. I mean, this cost me $5.50 and a little bit of time, but even if you don't have a book of art that you like, if you have access to a high quality printer, you can print your own photographs from the internet. And as long as you're not selling them, I don't think there's a problem with it, but I'll probably get hate from somebody who's like, you're stealing photos and art. Yeah, well, you're broke. Sometimes you're going to steal some art. I've got one that I framed that I fell in love with that I downloaded and printed and hung in my bathroom. It was actually a desktop for a computer. Somebody had created a free desktop image. I'm not reselling it, but I did print it and use it as art in my bathroom. And I know that's unusual, but at the time we were broke. We just built a new house and I still love it. So it hasn't been replaced. And I get art all the time. You guys see the paintings that I find all the time at thrift stores and garage sales. And I could have replaced it about 1,000,000 times, but I'm still in love with my free piece of art I printed off the internet. So it's not the cost of your art that makes it beautiful. It's just the art itself that is beautiful. So you can find inexpensive frames at thrift stores all over the country. There's not one place, there's not one thrift store that doesn't have 9 billion frames in it. I guarantee you can find a frame. And then it's just finding a piece of art that you like. Maybe it's a photograph you've taken. Maybe it's a photograph that someone in your family took of a landscape or a sunset or, you know, whatever it is. It doesn't mean you have to spend a fortune to make your house look pretty. These will be low cost in my booth, and somebody will buy it for their first apartment or their dorm or whatever. Or maybe somebody wants it for their entryway or their powder room, but they're not broke and they're like, hey, great, I love them, they're beautiful. It doesn't matter. If you like it, use it. I have that opinion on a lot of things, and I feel like if you love it, it will go with everything else you love. So my vision for my house is very eclectic, and some people don't like it. Like, they think things don't go together, and I'm like, I don't really care. I love it, and I'm going to put it out. So there's my lecture on art today. It doesn't have to cost a lot, you guys. I apologize for my meltdown. I know that wasn't what you came here for. Just some days are like that. And now I'm going to go wait for my hair appointment because I have an appointment and I feel like I can't do anything else. This is my project for today. Maybe I'll go do some Etsy listings while I'm waiting, because I can literally drop that in the middle of what I'm doing and go to my appointment. But if I start painting or I start something else, I can't drop it and go. So that's why I feel like I can't do anything. Some stuff are time intensive, and you know, you can't stop painting because you're going to get a line, and you know what I mean. So I think I'll go do some Etsy listings while I'm waiting for my appointment, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Happy junkin'. Bye.
Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more junkin' videos.